Hello and welcome back to SJ Cartier Limited Convos. And today I'm going to touch on this topic. The last time I've done part 1, part 2, part 3. This ain't even a part 4. This is just kind of the finalizer because I realise I've spoken enough about it. I've said enough in the comments. I feel like if you don't get me now, you won't get me at all. And that's just your nature. And I ain't trying to speak to you. I don't really care about your opinion. But this last comment that I couldn't actually respond in the comments to, as some of them I feel they've got a lot to type and say, but even if I was to say to them, have a conversation with me, they wouldn't do it because when they do, they sound stupid. And the people that are trying to be sheep and follow them will kind of feel like they're stupid themselves. So I'm going to read the comment first that this person has put. This is from Anders65 F2U. Some idiot called Anders who obviously wants to put F2U like that means something. That's foolish. So he's gone. Load of rubbish. I'm just 60 this year. I work hard in construction and pay a lot of tax. Good for you. Basically funding my own demise at this point because he believes his tax is paying for asylum seekers. He's gone on to say, I have been anti-racist all my life from school onwards. From school onwards. Am I presuming before school? I don't know. I don't know. But you've put that in brackets for some reason. Then you've gone, my wife and family, the same. The majority of people I know or have ever worked with also, same. So what you're basically saying, you are anti-racist. So you are against people that are racist. So are your wife, so is your family, and so is the people you know or you have worked alongside. So that is you basically saying you know everybody and their opinions, even the people you work with. Yeah? Because I'd be surprised how many people are watching the news and thinking, oh, I'm black, I'm Asian, my parents or my great-grandparents are also asylum seekers or were immigrants and came over here from another country. I am born here, I work with you. I would never have thought you feel like this because you are basically telling me that my parents should be sent back. Because as I said to someone previously, how far back in the generations are we going to go to say we don't want you here? How many generations does it take for you to say you don't want them here? Yeah. So he's saying he believes all these people are non-racist, anti-racist, just like him. Then this is where it gets me now, and it kind of annoys me how he's talking. I never in a million years would have thought that we would have to tolerate some of the vile things being forced on us today. Some of the vile things being forced on us today. Now, what are these vile things? He actually lists them. He's gone, disproportionate harm has been done to the indigenous culture of this country, which is the original people of this country. He believes their culture is being lost. That's what he's saying from that statement there. That's what I believe. And then he's gone, our young girls, etc., by outside cultures, and we're silenced about it. And it really hurts me to think because, as I said in part 3, as a Muslim, it is not on us to force any of our beliefs on anyone. It's for us to uphold our own beliefs for ourselves. Yeah? Whether it's your wife, whether it's your children, even the children. So I'll give you an understanding of Islam to show you like how Islam is and how your perception of Islam could be just so wrong. And actually the judgment of the people that you believe or you are overhearing like Chinese whispers have done this. In my house right now, there is me, my partner, and a little one. The little one, we ordered a Bible for her that came yesterday. I think yesterday or the day before, yeah. Me and my partner are Muslim. We do not force our young daughter to dress Islamically. She has her own choice because she is non-Muslim. She was not born a Muslim because both her parents were Muslim. So it's not on us to force that ideology that we believe. Yes, she lives in our house, so obviously halal food is the only food that comes in the house. But if we was to go out, we do get her McDonald's, even though we won't eat McDonald's. Yeah. So if you understand me as a Muslim and understand how Muslims should be, you'll understand that we can't force it on anybody. If we can't force it on our children or stepchildren, because it's my stepchild, it's my partner's blood child. If neither of us are trying to force it onto her and she's Muslim, how do you think a random person is allowed? Where do you think the acceptance of a random Muslim person trying to force that onto any random girl, for starters? But I'll let me overstand your point. You're talking about Bradford and Leeds and Telford. Well, there was a group of white men in Telford. I think it was actually like Telford and Shropshire that had done the same thing weeks after they'd been trying to prostitute young girls. But nobody talked about them. Everybody talked about the Muslim ones. Why? Because you have a secret inclination to the Muslims more than you have an inclination to your own people that are committing these atrocities, because those people were all English. If you go through my videos, I talk about them, and it's quite funny that when I'm talking about how people can be racist when they're waving a flag, no one notices, no one cares. Everyone cares, I mean. When I'm talking about the white person that have been gang raping young girls, nobody wants to know. Nobody wants to know. Why? Why, when we're hearing popes and all types of people are doing things to kids, and certain chaplains and certain things are doing things to kids, have they not bothered about, and not, why are people not hunting them down? There's many of these people in our community now. Some of them, which is where I get the points of we have to be going to the government. Why I'm saying we shouldn't be at no refugee camp. We should be at the government's. Is because there's people on your street that bloody play with kids and change their name and all stupidness. Why are we not getting them out our country? Please tell me. So when he's talking about our young girls being changed and the culture being changed for them, that's nothing to do with any Muslim person. That's to do with your young girls themselves. If they now decide they want to dress more less revealing, then who are you to tell them they shouldn't? Are you telling me that they should be dressing more revealing? You want all your young girls out there in with everything out? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me? Please tell me. Are you looking to go and get your young girls in those low cut tops and skirts where their bottoms out? Is that what you want to buy your daughter? Is that what you want to buy your daughter? So if your daughter has decided for her own will that she prefers to dress more elegantly and less revealing, then don't blame that on Islam. Actually look at the lifestyles, the fabulous lifestyles we're trying to push to our children. Then he goes into our historic monarchs are race swapped on TV. What are you even on about? Race swapped? I don't even get that statement. Your monarchs, your churches are race swapped. Is that supposed to be like a dig saying a lot of the churches have black people in there now? So a lot of these churches are run by black people. Is that what you mean? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Because I grew in a black church. So does that mean when I was going to church, Sunday school growing up, that church, everything I taught is different from what I learned in a white church? Because I tell you, if you go to any masjid, you're going to be learning from the same Quran. So the message is the same. Or am I confused? Do we learn different things in a black church from a white church? Like, what do you mean by that? Our historic monarchs are race swapped on TV. Like, what do you mean? We can barely see a family that resemble our own in TV commercials. So what are you trying to say? That right now you shouldn't be seeing the multicultural society that England is actually full of. You just want to see white adverts. Is that what you're trying to say? Because that's what I'm basically getting from that. That you barely see a white woman, white male, and two white kids, one boy, one girl. Maybe if you thought about why the adverts have changed, you may actually understand why you see these type of adverts now. Maybe. You just might. You just might. So, for example, maybe all those years when you was living and you saw only white adverts was because it was only certain white people that had powers in this country, possibly. And all people could actually see and only wanted to see was a right British family. And that's all they could see when they came out. Right now, you come out and do we only see white British families? Do we not see black and black families? Do we not see Asian and Asian families? Do we not see white and white families? Do we not see white and black, white and Asian, black and Asian, Chinese and black? There's all types of variation and relationships out here that have made us now have a variety of children that have different cultures. We're all of mixed heritage if we understand our history. So can you please tell me what adverts we should see? So all the children right now that are black, Asian, of mixed heritage, should they not see adverts that represent them? Is that what you're telling me? They shouldn't see adverts that actually represent them. Please give me some knowledge on this. Like, I'm hoping you get in the comments. Yeah, I'm going to tag the video in there for you. And I would like you to answer these because, as I said, you put so much in there that's so confusing to me that I thought I'd have to do a video to kind of talk, because sometimes you type things and it's so complex how to explain it. You can't just type it. So I'm a bit confused. What do you want to see on the TV commercials exactly? A regressive, dangerous ideology is increasingly being pushed in schools, the church even, and is favoured by our own monarch and PM. You know what I think's pushed a lot? Sex. I don't think religion is pushed at all. I think sex is pushed too much. That's what I feel. As a man, as a parent, as a partner, I feel that. So even on your normal daytime TV, you're going to get sexual innuendos. There's going to be, regardless of how we play it down, we want to show that this woman who has a big chest can wear a bra like this in the morning. She's showing herself. Her skin is on TV in the early morning. So what do we want to, like, please tell me, what is the TV trying to promote to our kids? Because I feel like we're over-sexualizing the kids. When I see things, I'm thinking, wow. I have to tell the little one, don't look. I have to tell my missus, don't look. Stop looking. Because this is what we're seeing. It's over-sexualized. I don't see people trying to promote Islam on TV. I don't see that at all. And I'll tell you, Islam is not being promoted in a church. If church people like me have decided to read the Quran and felt closer to the Quran than we felt to the Bible, then that's what's going to be. Because I was a Christian. Why am I Muslim now? Have you asked me that question? Do you think I was brainwashed? Because I'm telling you, I read the Quran and I understood the way of life. I didn't see nothing negative in there. I didn't see stories. I didn't see like pastures about people. I saw a way of life. I saw how to treat every person, whether black, white, Asian, whether Muslim or non-Muslim, whether from this country or another country, whether animal, whether a plant. We learned how to not extort people. That's what the Quran teaches us as well. Tells us how to, if we give someone a loan, it's not on us to ask for anything on top. It is on us to just ask for what we gave them back. There's a lot of things in the Quran still. A lot of things. Yeah. So please tell me, what do you think's being pushed here? Because we're past the 2012 where you think Muslims are out there trying to kill themselves. Because again, if you knew your knowledge and read something, you will understand that we shouldn't harm anything, anybody, let alone ourselves. It's like the biggest sin. Like, do you know what you're talking about, or are you just trying to sound smart? Because sometimes I can talk out of passion and I can just sound like I'm talking waffles. Because basically I feel you're talking waffles because you don't even understand what you're talking about. In the churches, and it's favoured by the monarch and the PM. I get that because is it Prince Charles is supposed to be King Charles? The king is supposed to be Muslim or something. Prince Harry is supposed to be Muslim or something. I think there's a couple royalties that are supposed to be Muslim supposedly now. Excuse me if I got the people wrong who they are. But then is that not that person's decision? Is it not on them to actually have a decision? Or like the Bible was forced upon a lot of black slaves and that's why we ended up reading a Bible. Is that what you want? The Bible to be forced on you? As you're saying that the Quran's being forced on people? Because that's what it sounds like to me. You're saying you don't care about anything else. People must be Christian. People must read the Bible. And because we are Christian before, that's what I'm going to be. Well, you know what? If that was the same way, I'd be Christian now just because my mum and dad are Christian, just because my nans and granddads are Christians. But I'm not. Maybe that was right for them. Maybe it's not right for me. I have my own life and my own decisions to make. Just because I live in England shouldn't mean that I'm Christian. Doesn't mean that. Just because you're from India doesn't mean you're Sikh. There's more Muslims in India than there is in Pakistan. Not many people know that. Why? Because they believe the whole land should be one culture when in fact there's multiple cultures wherever you go. So what's being forced on who? That's the question. What's being forced on who? Because it sounds like me, you're trying to force the PM to be what? Christian, even if he wants to be Muslim. That's not on you to decide. Next is like, despite bollards through parts of London and parts of other cities to protect people from its extremist practitioners who soon threaten death to those who criticise them. So, I don't even get that bit. Let me read it all from the beginning. TV and commercials. So, danger ideology is increasingly being pushed in schools, the church, even, and is favoured by our own monarch and PM, despite bollards through parts of London and parts of other cities protect people from its extremist practitioners who soon threaten death to those who criticise them. Well, it's quite funny, as I say. Hypocrites is a big word in this. I can't lie. Hypocrites. Because that's what I've just got from there. I get it. Extremist practitioners. So you believe you've stopped places in London, around the country, from being able to be extremist in their belief. extreme. They're allowed to believe it. They just can't be trying to force it on people. But here you are trying to force your beliefs on people. So please tell me, who are the extremists? Because that's what I'm trying to get out of these things. Who's acting more extreme here? The asylum seekers or the people trying to burn down English people's businesses because they're trying to make a living, and burn down asylum seekers who have nowhere else to be? I understand it's illegal for you to cross the river because I can't just go to Spain for free. You know what I mean? So I get that. But real life, who's being extreme? Because your whole comment seemed quite extreme to me, in my opinion. And by you thinking you put, oh, I'm anti-racist, me, my family, my wife, my friends, my colleagues are all anti-racist, makes you feel your views are not racist. So that's why I had to do a video for you, because I don't think you'd understand that in the typing. I don't think you would. And a lot of fools don't actually understand. They just got their opinion. And to be honest, they don't really care what I say. When in fact, I'm actually looking at every word and how deep you say. I'm trying to break it down here live. That's why I'm looking at everything you say. So I'm trying to understand where you're coming from, whether it is something where you feel England should be white, English and Christian, or whether it's just simply your English. As you heard in the part 1 video, even my partner feels same ways to some people in some senses. So do I feel the same, to be extremely honest. But there's ways to go about it, and threatening and bullying fragile people is not the way. Trying to bully the country into living out a specific sect think it should be, because you ain't even most of the UK. Remember that. Count your numbers. Really count your numbers. Is that really the UK? Is that England? Really count the numbers. Look at how many people live in your town, in your city, in your village, and look how many people are actually there now. Is that the country? Because I'm pretty sure, and I'm glad I've seen them now, there's a lot of people that understand and have been brave enough to put their words into the comments as they understand where I'm coming from. I'm glad that there's people out there that are actually setting up marches and able to go there. If I lived in London, I'd be there as well. I don't live there. I don't drive either, so I'm not paying £100 to go down to this place. I ain't got it like that. Keeping it real. Yeah. So understand that if people are willing to come out of their houses to tell you you are wrong, then there must be something you're doing wrong. Possibly. Because they look like you. They don't look like me. Remember that. You're not seeing a group of black and Asian people out there protesting. You are seeing a group of white people protesting against yous. So who's being extreme? And I'm going to end that here. Who's being extreme? So thank you for joining SJ Cartier Limited Convos. Have a good day.